Donald Trump has 5 children, but let's be real. Ivanka is the clear favorite. But this isn't just the classic father-daughter bond. His behavior crosses into some very uncomfortable territory. Let's take a look at some of the creepiest Ivanka moments that have raised more than a few eyebrows over the years. First, in 2013, during an interview with Wendy Williams, Trump was asked about the things he and Ivanka have in common. His response? Let's just say it left people uncomfortable.
Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Yep, he actually said that on national television. And you can see that even Ivanka looks caught off guard, like she wasn't expecting that to come out of his mouth. Because, let's be real, who would? Now remember when Stormy Daniels sat down with 60 Minutes? She shared a bizarre moment when Donald Trump compared her to Ivanka right before they had sex.
You are special. You remind me of my daughter.
This comment definitely struck many as strange and inappropriate. Why bring up your daughter in that moment? One of the most infamous Trump's comments came during a 2006 appearance on The View. When asked how he would feel if Ivanka posed for Playboy, Trump replied, "Ivanka posing for Playboy would be really disappointing. Not really. But it would depend on what was inside the magazine. I don't think Ivanka would do a nude shoot inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure." But next came the moment that truly left people unsettled.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
What? Even Freud wouldn't know where to start with that one. Next, let's jump to 2003, when Trump was on the Howard Stern show. He went on to gush about Ivanka's best body, saying,
"One of the great beauties of the world, according to everybody, and I helped create her."
Who?
Ivanka. My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
And if you think that was a one-time slip, think again. He went on to make similar remarks in the years that followed.
Your daughter.
She's beautiful.
Can I say this? A piece of ass.
Yeah.
She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
It's just weird, to say the least. Fast forward to 2015, and he's at it again, this time in an interview with Rolling Stone. After the reporter complimented Ivanka, Trump responded, "Yeah, she's really something, and what a beauty, that one. If I weren't happily married and, her father..." No need to finish that sentence, we get the point, and we wish we didn't. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, let's jump to the Dr. Oz show in 2016. After Trump kissed Ivanka, Dr. Oz remarked, "It's nice to see a dad kiss his daughter." Allegedly, Trump's response was, "I kiss Ivanka with every chance I get." Yeah, no wonder they decided to edit that out before airing.
Come down and start kissing everybody. I'll kiss every guy, man and woman.
Then there's the alleged comment that might top them all. According to a Washington Post columnist, Trump once asked, "Is it wrong to be more attracted to your own daughter than your wife?" The quote was reportedly removed before publication. But the fact that it was even mentioned is disturbing enough.
So I was bothered by it.
But perhaps the most disturbing comments came during his time as president. According to a new book by former Trump official Miles Taylor, Trump made sexually explicit remarks about Ivanka in front of his staff, including comments about her breasts and backside. These inappropriate remarks led his former chief of staff, John Kelly, to step in and remind Trump that Ivanka was, in fact, his daughter.
It says many of the women interviewed, quote, reveal unwelcome romantic advances, unending commentary on the female form, a shrewd reliance on ambitious women, and unsettling workplace conduct. Is there unending commentary on the female form? No.
So, as you can see, Trump's relationship with Ivanka goes way beyond the father-daughter bond. Maybe that's why she decided to ditch politics and get away from her father's world. In January 2021, for the first time since she was 23, Ivanka packed her bags, left Washington, and walked away from her role in her father's orbit. And she hasn't looked back. In a rare public statement in 2022, she made her feelings clear. "I love my father very much. This time around, I am choosing to prioritize my young children and the private life we are creating as a family. I do not plan to be involved in politics." Since then, Ivanka, her husband Jared Kushner, and their 3 kids have been living in Miami, Florida, trying to stay out of the public eye. But let's be real, when you're part of the Trump family, private life only goes so far. Now, this is a big shift for someone who was once one of Donald Trump's closest advisors. During her time in the White House, she took on issues like paid family leave and the child tax credit, which she helped turn into Republican talking points. But while her portfolio was tailored to less controversial causes, she still faced intense backlash. Some blamed her for decisions she had no real control over, and others criticized her for staying silent on hot-button issues. And then there was the personal cost. Ivanka lost friends in her New York social circle and faced scrutiny over her clothing brand, which she eventually shut down because of ethical questions about mixing business and politics. Fast forward to now, and she's charting a totally new course. These days, Ivanka's priorities are her kids, her husband, and her own peace of mind. She told Lex Fridman in a podcast this year, "Politics it's a pretty dark world. There's a lot of darkness, a lot of negativity, and it's just really at odds with what feels good for me as a human being. So for me and my family, it feels right to not participate." But here's the twist. Just because Ivanka's out of the spotlight doesn't mean she's out of the game. Sources say she still talks to her dad regularly and offers advice, just behind the scenes now. Don't expect public speeches or West Wing meetings this time around. And Jared Kushner? He's also taking a step back from formal politics, but he's still a key player when it comes to Middle East diplomacy. Plus, he's got business interests in the region, so don't think he's sitting idle. Fun fact, Jared's dad, Charles Kushner, has even been tapped as the US ambassador to France. Talk about keeping it in the family. But back to Ivanka. Losing her mother, Ivana Trump, in 2022 was a deeply emotional moment for her. She's also been caring for her grandmother, who lives with her in Miami. Add in her husband's health struggles. Jared underwent 2 surgeries for thyroid cancer, and you can see why she's embracing this new chapter. Friends describe her as more grounded and at peace, fully focused on her family. She's thrown herself into new hobbies: surfing, jiu-jitsu, horseback riding, and even motocross biking. It's a far cry from campaign rallies and policy meetings, but it seems to be exactly what she needs. So, with Ivanka stepping away from politics, she's clearly embracing a new chapter focused on family and personal happiness. As for their relationship with Donald, well, it's definitely changed since their days in the White House. According to the same source, they only visit Mar-a-Lago, Donald's Florida home, every few weeks. It's definitely less than in their time in the White House, where they would see him every single day. It seems like they're enjoying this new chapter of their lives, focusing more on family and less on politics.
And you have to figure out how to move all the pieces to make it the life you want to live.
So, after everything you've seen, do you think Trump's relationship with Ivanka goes too far? Or is it just a close father-daughter bond? I'd love to hear your thoughts.